Okay, we're actually recording this time. Okay, so I'm just going to do another one. 0.4555555. Okay, so please keep in mind, everyone, that this number is different than 0.45454545. Anytime you have a repeating pattern and there are no other numbers in your decimal, it is just your repeating pattern like this. That's easy to deal with. We just make our pattern the numerator and the denominator an amount of nines equal to the number of digits in our pattern. 45/99. Now, we had the number 0.455555. So what's different here is, yes, I have a repeating pattern, but first I have another number in the way between the repeating pattern and the decimal. So to convert this to a fraction, first I just tell myself that that number is equal to x, 0.45555555. Then I need to multiply that number by an amount of tens required to get the repeating pattern snug behind the decimal. In this case, it's just once. And if I multiply it by 10, I get 4.5 repeating forever. And that's going to equal 10 times x, or 10x. I then need to multiply the number one more time to loop the repeating pattern, so that now a new loop of the pattern is right behind the decimal. In this case, that only requires multiplying it by 10 again, because there's just one digit in the pattern. So I now get 45.5 repeating forever. And that's going to equal 100x. All right. So we with me? I have 4.5 repeating forever is 10x. 45.5 repeating forever is 100x.
Wait, I don't get the last one. 45.5 divided equals 100x. Why did you do that again?
So do you get how I got it? And you're just wondering why?
Yeah.
So
Was it so that the repeating number would be only in the decimals?
yes. So the way that this is going to work, Henry.
I know,
Let's
but there's
say-
no this step after that. 45.5
What?
repeating. No, 45.5 repeating. The last part of it. Yeah. Okay. What?
Okay. So I had 0.45555, right? Like this. And on. Okay. If I multiply that number by 100, what do I get?
45.55555.
Exactly. I moved the decimal 2 to the right. So
Yeah.
So you get how 100x equals that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason why I did it is this. What I want is two numbers in which the repeating pattern behind the decimal is exactly the same. So that when I subtract one from the other, all of them disappear, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right, I'm not really sure what your question is. So if you can figure it out, I can try and answer it. Okay, so once I've got this, I'm now just going to subtract the smaller one from the bigger one. So I end up with 45.5 repeating forever equals 100x. 4.5 repeating forever equals 10x. I'm now going to subtract the smaller one from the bigger one. So here, the 0.5s repeating forever just negate into 0, which is the point of doing this. And 45 minus 4 equals 41. Okay? So that's how I end up with 45.5 repeating forever minus 4.5 repeating forever. It's just going to equal 41. And then 100x minus 10x equals 90x. So to figure out what x equals, I'm just going to divide by 90. And sure enough, x equals 41/90. And that's it. So Henry, let's imagine real quick, maybe this will answer your question. Let's imagine real quick that my number was 0.16886868, right?
Yeah.
And then, so I say that equals X. And we're just assuming that my 6 8s are repeating forever.
Yeah.
If I multiply it by 10, I get 1.686868, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, what happens if I oh, I'm doing the Jamboard and I'm not showing you. Boom. So now if I subtract the smaller one from the bigger one,
Then you get,
then I would get 0.522222 repeating forever,
okay.
which doesn't get me anything. No, I'm just back where I started.
Yeah.
So the whole point of doing this is I create a situation in which I have two numbers that have the same decimal pattern repeating forever. So that when I subtract the smaller one from the bigger one, that repeating pattern subtracts to 0. And then I don't have to worry about it.
Oh, yeah, that makes so much more sense.
Okay. So what I need to do when I have these numbers where there is a repeating pattern, oh, this is bad. Where there is a repeating pattern, but it's not right after the decimal, is I need to multiply it to create two numbers that have a repeating pattern right next to the decimal, so I can subtract them, and then it becomes 0. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Thank you.
All right. Stop recording. Oh, not stop screen share. Stop.